Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond.
Hi beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a review on the Morphe 7-piece That Bling set. I was one of the ones that picked it up, and I know that it is going to be released again. They are going to be restocking soon. So I figured I would tell you guys my thoughts and if you really need this set in your life. So I was one of the lucky ones that was actually able to pick up the set, and when they had first, I saw Jaclyn Hill's Snapchat, and I'm not gonna lie, I was like, I need those in my life. I'm gonna do everything possible to get them. If I have to, you know, set 1,000 alarms or whatever the heck it is, if I have to stop, you know, taking calls at work, I was determined to get this set because I thought it was so cute. It was blingy and it screamed my name. So it did come with a case. Let me go ahead and check it out. It did come with a case, a silver case. This is the typical case that you get. I know like a lot of people have, or a lot of cosmetic companies that sell brushes have this case. So it is a silver case, really good in quality, and it does say Morphe right here. It's embedded. I don't know if you guys could see it, but it does say Morphe right there. And then it has two little clips that you would take it off, and this is the top part. So the top part is a little bit bigger. You could actually use both of these for to store your brushes if you really wanted to. And the bottom one, like I said, is a little bit shorter, and the bottom one is where it says Morphe, and it says Morphe right here. And it did come in these plastic wraps. So they did have plastic wraps, as you can see. And so they did come protected pretty well. And so the set, I did order it when it was released. Like I said, I saw it on Jaclyn Hill's Snapchat, and I was just screaming I needed it. I didn't care. I heard that it was the Elite Collection. I own quite a bit of the Elite Collection. I actually love it so much. It's by far probably my favorite brushes, and I already expected really soft, great quality. So I needed these in my life. So I'm going to go over the brushes. They didn't have a name on them. They didn't say like what brush it is. But I will tell you my thoughts. I have not used these yet because I wanted to put out this video, and so you guys could sit there and get a feel for it and tell you if I think that you absolutely need it in your life. I do want to put a disclaimer. I'm not affiliated with Morphe at all whatsoever. They are not paying me to make this video. These are my own personal thoughts and opinion. I did pay full retail price for it, just like anybody else who ordered them. So I did pay $99.99, and I did order when they released. I know that they sold out in like less than 15 minutes or so, and I was one of the lucky ones that did in fact get them. So the first brush that I'm going to talk about looks like this, and it's a pretty fat brush. It's one of the biggest brushes. I believe actually this one is the biggest brushes. And it does have Morphe embedded in it, or engraved in it right here. You really can't see it because it's very, very light on it. So each brush does say Morphe on it. This is, again, the Elite Collection. So right off the bat, I can tell you right now, the brush is so soft. They're so soft. Like I said, you know, this is one of my favorite brush sets out of all the brush sets that I own, and I own quite a bit, and I even own some really high ones like Tom Ford and Chanel, and this is literally this set. It's so perfect. So the barrel is full of all kinds of rhinestones, as you can see, and on the bottom is see-through. I don't know, I'm not too sure if you could pick that up or if the camera's picking it up, but it is see-through. The barrel is see-through. So it's kind of cool because you could actually see inside of it, and it's only the bottom part that is see-through. And I actually like that they did this because if you think about it, if they would have put some kind of beads on the bottom part. If you think about it, if you were to store it, or however you store it, say you're rough with them, you throw it in there, they're gonna bound to come off. Even if it's well constructed, you're gonna eventually end up losing your beads. And I don't know about you, but if I lost some of my beads, I would be pretty upset. So I like that they did that. It's a little touch that they did that was different, and I absolutely love that part about them. The beads, or the bling on it, is very well constructed. I know when Jaclyn Hill was snapping it, she was actually trying to rub it off. I am being very hard with it, as you can see, and it is not coming off. So I gotta, give Morphe a lot of credit. This was very, very well constructed. So everybody who's like, how are the prices, gonna be so high compared to everything else they have? These brushes are super, super well constructed. I cannot say that enough. They are great. I think that they'll definitely take a beating. If you were to sit there and be rough with them, and the performance of them, I'm pretty sure I will give an update if you guys want, or you guys might even see this in a future tutorial, that you will see me using these brushes. But I wouldn't expect anything else from Morphe. Morphe did an amazing job with these brushes. These brushes are so greatly made. It's super good. So the next brush that I'm gonna that comes with the set, that's the next biggest brush, it is a kabuki brush. A round kabuki brush is the best way that I could describe it. Again, the handle is exactly the same, and it is engraved with Morphe, very, very light. And so I would use this as a foundation brush. That's what I would use it for, or a powder, but more than likely I would wet this and use this as a foundation brush to apply my foundation. Again, super great in quality. You can see the barrel on the bottom, so they did not put, they didn't bling out the bottom, which I actually think was a great idea. Great quality on that brush as well. The next brush in size is an angled, looks like an angled stippling brush. Again, great quality again. All of the brushes, so I don't keep on saying this because I'm pretty sure I've said it a bazillion times, but it is engraved with Morphe. So this brush right here, you could use it for two things I would recommend. You could use it to put on, well, actually you could use it for three if you really wanted to. You could contour with this brush, you could apply your blush with this brush, or you could highlight with this brush. And in comparison to all of the other, let me see if I have a smaller brush from Morphe. Let's see. Okay, so here's like another Morphe brush. So you can see they're a little bit shorter in size than the Morphe brushes. Let me see if I could get a bigger one. And I could show you a bigger one. I'm trying to find a brush. The only one that I have on hand would be this one. So you could see, they are definitely a lot shorter, which, it's up to your preference, whether you like a shorter handle or not. It doesn't bother me. I could work with a shorter handle or a longer handle. But again, I would use this to either contour, for a blush, or for a highlight. I think this would be a perfect brush for that. The next brush that is in the collection that's probably about the biggest one is this one. And this one reminds me of and again, they don't have the sizes, so I can't tell you, oh yeah, it's this brush, but I'm pretty sure it's the E23 brush by Morphe. Here it is, side by side. Again, they're a little bit smaller in size, but I'm pretty sure that this is the E23, which you could use to for the crease, to create a crease. I would definitely use that for that, or you could even possibly use this for an inner highlight. That would also work as well. Again, great brush. I have 3 more brushes to talk about. So here's another one. This one is round. It's rounded. So this one you could use for an inner highlight. You could use this for you know, if you wanted to sit there and do the inner part of your eye, if you're doing like a two-colored eyeshadow, two-tone eyeshadow, you could use it for that. Again, I don't know what this size is. That's the only thing is I wish that they would have at least put it someplace, you know, on the packaging or something like that, where, you know, it said, you know, this would be like the E23 or you know, whatever brush it would be. But again, this one is, you know, you could use it for a few things. You could probably even use it to, it is firm, so I'm not too sure if it would be a good brush for you to actually contour your nose. Maybe do the highlight of your nose would work well with this brush, but it is definitely firm, so it's not soft like the other ones, or it's pretty dense. So this one right here is for a flat crease. You could probably do this to smoke out your bottom lash line. That's what I would use this for. It's just a flat brush, and I would use that to blow out or smoke out my bottom lash line. Very thin in quality. Reminds me a lot of, I don't have it from Morphe, but I know that Morphe does carry it as well. It does remind me a lot of, I know Sigma has one too. I don't think I have the Sigma one on hand. But no, that's the Morphe. So here's an Anastasia one in comparison. So you could probably even use this to carve out your brows if you like the flat versus the angle. You could definitely use it to carve out your eyebrows if that's what you would like, or like I said, smoke out your eye. And the last brush that I'm going to talk about, it's a flat definer brush, and it is firm as well. So again, this is something that you could use to pack on eyeshadow on your lid, or another thing that you could possibly use this for, or I would use it for, is an actual a lip brush. So very firm. Again, it's very well constructed. All of these are amazingly constructed, and they do have Morphe imprinted on them. And I don't believe, if I'm not mistaken, I don't believe Morphe does that. Yeah, they don't have that. They only have the other brushes that Morphe has. They actually have it right here. They have the actual name of the brush, as well as it says Morphe right here. So this one they actually imprinted, and so that's the, you know, I think that's a different touch, and it's great. It's very light, but it's, you know, showing that, you know, this is a Morphe brush, and I think that was a great idea. So that is the last one. Like I said, I would definitely use this as to do a lid, or you could even do it, well, actually, you know, another thing that you guys could use these for is you could actually use it to carve out your brows too. This is very similar to the Anastasia one, now that I'm thinking about it. It is very similar to the Anastasia one. Here's the Anastasia one, and here's the one from Morphe. This is by far my favorite brush to use to carve out my brows. I don't like any other one. I'm stuck on that. I have a few of them. So, but anyways, you could probably use it for that as well. So either the lid or the eyebrow, to carve out the eyebrows, the brows, brow highlight, or an inner corner, as well as a lip to sit there and use this one. So that is all of them. They're really great in quality. Like I said, I absolutely love them. I have no complaints about them. I was so excited when I got it. It did retail for $99.99. I ordered it on the 4th. It was that was the date that it was released. It shipped out 4 days later, and that's probably the only complaint that I would sit there and say, or, you know, I don't think it's a complaint. It's just, you know, you already know when you're ordering from Morphe, if you have ordered from them before, you know, the process time isn't the quickest. But at the same time too, I think, you know, when you're talking about the process time versus the, you know, the price point of all of their products, I think, you know, it counters out, in my opinion. But I did order it on the 4th when it was released, January 4th. It was shipped out on the 8th, so 4 days later, which was a pretty quick for Morphe, because there's been things that I've ordered before that came over 7 days later. And I should have got it on the 9th, but there was a problem with FedEx. So, you know, I would have got it the next day from the day that it was shipped. So that wasn't bad at all. This is probably the quickest turnaround order placed with Morphe that I have ever got from them. Like I said, it usually takes a little bit longer, and I'm not in any way bashing them. You know, you're getting their products, all of their products. I honestly have yet to find something that I did not enjoy. I didn't like it. You know, I have quite a few of their eyeshadow palettes. I have a lot of their brushes. You know, I've never really had any kind of bad experience with them. Besides, I wish, just like every other female, that their shipping would be a lot quicker. And if I was to recommend anything from Morphe at all, if they were to change anything regarding this brush set, the only thing that I think that they may have could have done that would have been super cute was if they have their name right here. It's already embedded inside the cup. And if they would have actually blinged out the Morphe sign, I think that that would have been super cute. I think it would have, you know, add a few, you know, little bling beads on it to sit there and do Morphe. I don't think it would have been much to sit there and do, and I think it would have definitely made it stand out. And I definitely am gonna have this on my vanity and use it, and I will probably order another set once I've had this for a few years, and maybe even order one as a future giveaway, because I think every makeup junkie or girly girl needs this collection in their lives. So that concludes this video. If you enjoyed it, please like the video, comment down below anything you would like to see in the future videos, and please subscribe. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.
Fine light in the beautiful sea. I chose to